I need to share with you an excerpt of a conversation that I had with a very new client of mine. She's 32 years old, and it is my hope that what I share with you will be a blessing to you the way it's been a help to her. And this is on something that just has to be said. She said that their relationship is a very good relationship. Her words, she's 32, he's 33. They've been dating for about 2 years. And I said, so what's the problem? She said, well, he wants me to be more submissive. I said, so how are you already being submissive? What are you doing? She said, well, I cook for him every week. I wash his clothes every week. I make sure that he has food prepared for work to take to work. I make sure that his clothes are all good so he doesn't have to deal with that. I said, oh, so you all live together? He said, no. She said, he has his own place. I have my own place, but I'll go see him on the weekends, and I do all of that on the weekends. I do all of his cooking for him, all of his prepping. I said, oh, interesting. I said, was that his idea or your idea? She said, it was kind of both of our ideas. I said, oh, okay. I said, and he's not opposed to any of that? She was like, no, he wants more. I said, so let's pause here. Number one, how do you define submission? She said, submission is doing what your man wants you to do. She's 32. I wasn't surprised, and I said that to her because that's a lot of what people think. There are a lot of people that think that's exactly what submission is, and it's not. I said to her, I said, the word submit, go under, means to literally go under the authority of someone else. It does not mean you don't have authority. It means you go under the authority of someone else. I said, let me explain submission to you in 60 seconds. Do you have a boss? She said, yes. I said, does your boss have a boss? She said, yes. I said, perfect. With you having a boss, do you have to call your boss every time you have to do something? She said, no. I said, when do you have to call your boss? She said, when I have to deal with things that are beyond my capacity or my ability or beyond my responsibility. I said, exactly. And I said, then you call your boss, and your boss does what? Your boss, she said, my boss gives me guidance. I said, perfect. I said, but what if your boss doesn't have the answer? She said, I don't know what happens. I said, I do. Your boss goes to their boss, right? Because everybody who is in a proper structure has somebody to answer to. Let me explain what submission is. And I want to make this caveat quickly. This video is not for people who think, hey, I'm a man and, they're a woman, or I'm a woman and they're a man and we don't have to submit and do all that stuff is archaic. This video isn't for you. This video is not for people also that don't believe that spiritual stability is a part of being whole. I believe that spiritual stability is a part of being whole, because if a man is going to lead a woman in a marriage dynamic, he has to be submitted to a spiritual authority that's greater than him. And I explained that to her. Ladies, if you're a girlfriend, you have no business submitting to your boyfriend. Girlfriends don't submit to boyfriends. Submission is for wives. And until you become a wife, your main priority is you. Because at the end of the day, a man that understands spiritual authority understands that there will be situations that he cannot solve, that you will bring to him to help lead the dynamic of your relationship, lead the dynamics of your family. And he has to have a source that's greater than him that he can tap into, that can give him wisdom and guidance to help lead and cover and protect your family. And the reality is, many of you women are submitting to boyfriends, and the best they can offer you is a good smash. The reality of the matter is, if you want to be in a submissive relationship, that is something that has to be earned through respect and trust. Ladies, you have to be able to trust during the dating phase that this man is trustworthy enough, is capable enough of being able to lead you and your family. Fellas, you also, because you have a responsibility here as well, have to, number one, make sure that you have positioned yourself spiritually, emotionally, mentally, to be capable of following. But more than that, you need to evaluate her to make sure that she is whole and complete and is able to connect with your authority. See, here's where we mess up. Many of you are asking for permission to have ladies' night on the weekend with your friends, and you're asking your boyfriend. Many of you are literally asking people if you can go to the mall, and you're asking your boyfriend. Your boyfriend does not have authority over you at all. Submission belongs to a wife. And at the end of the day, The reason why this dating pool has so much piss in it, a huge reason, is because people are out here submitting to boyfriends. And when it doesn't work, you have conducted years of manual labor attempting to prove that you are wife worthy. When you don't prove wife worthiness through your ability to cook and clean and fold clothes as a girlfriend, yes, you should learn how to do those things. Men and women should learn how to do those things. I'm a man and I love cooking. Men and women should learn how to do those things. I'm not suggesting that the woman should not listen to her boyfriend and that a boyfriend should not listen to her girlfriend. I'm not saying that you shouldn't respect their wishes on certain things. I'm not saying that at all. But I am saying, why in the world are you handing over the keys to who you are to someone who is not legally bound to honor you? My grandmother, who's deceased, had an 8th grade education, worked in a school cafeteria, and put 4 children through college, said it best, that there's no need to buy a cow when you're getting the milk for free. You do not submit to boyfriends. If you want to submit to a man, then you need to show yourself respectful, trustworthy. You need to know that he is respectful and trustworthy. And fellas, you need to make sure that she is also positioned and whole enough to understand the importance of that spiritual balance when it comes to submission. Because ladies, if you're going to submit to him, he needs to be submitted to God. I hope this made sense. If it did, type church with 3 R's in the comments. And then remember, you've got 2 jobs. 1, be better today than what you were yesterday. And 2, don't forget what I told you.